Hello all, Sega Star here. Today on Dub Judge we'll be looking at Koi wa Nandarou. This song is very punchy and cute, kind of like a pop anthem for Lucia. Like Everblue, I will be ranking these dubs on their power, cuteness, and overall performance. All three of these need to be done well in order for the song to work. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Here is my ranking of the different dubs of Koi wa Nandarou. Number 9. Oh my god. Okay. Usually the Korean dub songs are like 80% good and 20% badly missed notes, which is actually kind of a letdown because there's just like so much wasted potential. But this is the complete opposite. There are like a sprinkling of good moments here and there, but most of this performance is just like terrible. I can't even blame it on the bad quality audio. Even with this beautifully remastered version, courtesy of Mermaid Boy 18, it still sounds awful, albeit in great quality. This has got to be one of the worst Korean performances I've heard so far, and that's really saying something. Number 8. Okay, I have a couple things to talk about with this dub. Right off the bat, as a general blanket statement, the performance is awkward, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Just looking at Ana Vieira's singing performance, I don't know if she was trying to sound cute or something, but her singing is so nasally that like at some points it just kind of sounds like she's singing through a ball of mucus in her throat. And my apologies for even giving you that visual, but that's just what comes to mind. It's a definite improvement over the Korean dub, but not by much. Now, the lyrical flow. You know me, I always like to give points for thinking outside of the box with song adaptations. Sometimes I find that changing up the lyrical flow a little bit can end up sounding better than the original. I even like to take inspiration from the other dubs. For my covers sometimes, sometimes I'll take the way that the Spanish dub did it or the way that the Greek dub did it and kind of like use that in my cover. In this case though, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost as if like the lyrics were just translated directly from Spanish and Ana Vieira is just trying desperately to make it flow, but it just doesn't flow. Like it doesn't work. It might be better than the Korean dub, but it's still not a good performance at all. Number 7. So the good news is that from this version on, all of the performances are decent. That being said, while I can't really complain too much about this performance, it's really not doing it for me. I don't know if it's because Natalie is shouting too much, or if it's that annoying echo effect, but this is just really, really a mid-tier performance. I don't hate it, but I really don't like it either. Number 6. I'm actually kind of surprised. This really isn't the kind of quality that I've come to expect from the Serbian dub. Well, I mean, in terms of the mixing and the recording itself, it sounds very professionally done, but a lot of the notes just aren't hit correctly for some reason. So, I guess you could call this like a mixed bag performance. It's on par with the French dub as a whole. The vocals aren't bad, they're just incorrect in places and not in a fun or unique way. The reason I placed it above the French dub though is that the mixing and the effects are so good that it sort of balances out the weird vocal moments, kind of. In other words, at least it's not hard to listen to the whole time like it is with the French version. Number 5. I feel like the Hebrew dub is so underrated. Even in these Dub Judge episodes, I feel like it's underrated. I really like this version. There's a lot to like here. The singer is very cute. She hits most of the notes perfectly. I think that had there been some retakes or some, post-editing done to this, it would be ranked a lot higher. But as it is, the reason why it's ranked lower than my number 4 pick is because the singer did miss a couple of notes here and there, and there are a couple places where she's off tempo, and that really bothers me because it's like she's really off tempo in those areas, and it just makes me think that there wasn't a second editing pass on this. Like she sang, one version, she did one take and she did a pretty good job, but it just, I think, needed some editing to really make it shine. So it's ranked number 5, but I want to say that I can see the potential here and I appreciate the parts of this performance that are good. Number 4. This is probably the cutest performance on this list, and luckily with this song we got to hear Lucia's solo performance, which is really good because her voice is by far the best out of the 3. In contrast to my top 2 picks, the only area in which this doesn't really excel is power. She's really good, like she's an amazing singer, but it's not really a powerful performance in the way that this song kind of needs. So while I did enjoy it, that's why it's only ranked number 4. Number 3. As per usual, this is a very polished, powerful performance from the Greek dub. To be honest, I don't really have much to say other than that I like it. It's not the cutest performance on this list. The Greek dub songs usually don't err on the side of cute, but what it lacks in cuteness it makes up for in raw power. Some of the notes are hit so perfectly that it's almost unbelievable how perfectly they were hit, and that's pretty typical for the Greek dub. So it's an amazing version, but didn't quite beat out my number 2 and my number 1 picks. Number 2. I love this version. There are a couple of awkward lyrical moments, and maybe it's not the cutest performance on the list, but so much of it just flows so well. They really captured the energy that the song is supposed to have, and you really feel it when you're listening to it. Out of all the versions on this list, even the number 1 pick, this is the only one where I was like nodding my head along with the beat because it was just so much fun to listen to. The Greek performance may have been technically superior, but it didn't affect me in the way that this did, and I think that that's the mark of a good adaptation. Number 1. Very well done. No other dub outshines the original here. Asumi really nails this performance. It's cute, powerful, and it flows perfectly as one would expect. You can really feel like the character is having fun while singing. As the winner of this episode, I'll let you listen to the rest of it in full. Overall, there were a lot of really good adaptations on this list, specifically the Spanish version, which was super fun to listen to. Check out the full version if you haven't already heard it. Next time on Dub Judge, we'll be looking at Rina's song, Star Jewel. Until then, I'm Sega Star. Have a wonderful evening.